a house, and today I'm gonna share with you 3 things that I learned from the story of Jonah. But first, I'm gonna tell you the story because maybe you don't know about the story and you don't know what happened. So here it is. I'm gonna be reading in the book of Jonah in the Bible, Jonah chapter 1. The word of the Lord came to Jonah, son of Amittai. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed for Tarshish. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for the port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. The Lord told a man named Jonah to preach in a city called Nineveh, because the people there were doing bad things. But Jonah didn't want to go there, so instead of going to Nineveh, he boarded a ship going to Tarshish. But the Lord still saw Jonah at the deck of the ship. So the Lord sent a great storm to wreck the ship. The captain woke Jonah up because they were so scared. And then Jonah said, I have sinned against the Lord, so throw me overboard. But the sailors didn't want to do that because they thought it wasn't real. So instead of throwing Jonah, they threw some of their things to make the boat lighter. But the storm grew worse. So they cast lots because they wanted to know who was responsible for the storm. And it went up to Jonah. So they threw Jonah overboard. And then God saved Jonah by sending a great big fish to swallow Jonah up. And then while Jonah was inside the big fish's belly, he prayed inside the fish's belly. And he stayed there for 3 days and 3 nights. And then God heard his prayer. So God told the big fish to spit Jonah out to Nineveh. And once again, the Lord said to Jonah, go back to Nineveh and preach there because they are doing bad things. And so at last Jonah went there to preach at Nineveh. And even the king and all of the people there trusted in God. And so God didn't punish them. But Jonah wasn't pleased with what happened to that city. So he found shelter in a plant. The next day, the plant died. And so he told the Lord, why have you killed this plant that provided shelter for me? So the Lord said, you felt pity on a plant but not have pity on a whole bunch of people in one city. And now Jonah understood what was good. So the 3 things that I learned from the story of Jonah is, first, you cannot hide from God because God is everywhere. Just like Jonah, he tried to hide from God so that he won't preach in that city of Nineveh under the deck of a ship. But God still saw him there. Second is obedience. We should obey God because he's our God. And if we obey him, then there will be blessings. But if we don't obey God, then there will be consequences. And third is God forgives us even when we make wrong choices. Just like when Jonah prayed for forgiveness. So God forgave Jonah. And also just like the people of Nineveh, he forgave them, so he did not punish them. So even when we make wrong choices, we just come to him and ask for forgiveness, and he will forgive us. So I hope you learned 3 things today. Remember, never hide from God. Second, obey him. And third, remember that he always forgives. And that's it for today. See you next time. Bye!